Well, good evening there, friends. Welcome on in PBE on a Monday. Must mean one thing only. It is Prospect League. I am nasbase. I'm your PL talking head, as I like to call it. I'm not alone tonight. I am not alone tonight. So you get to hear two talking heads, two for the price of one. Future official, future teammate. Well, actually, no, it's a new season, so I could say official teammate. I don't even have to say future teammate. It is an all. We're gonna have to. We're gonna have to update your nameplate now. I just realized that your nameplate's outdated, Chadwick. Now
Yeah.
we're gonna have. We got to change. Gotta look into that. Have a
Good evening,
double
everybody.
Toro nameplate going on for the next Prospect League stream. But with that very long introduction, but Chadwick is back with me in the booth. How's it going, friend?
Doing good. Yeah, I just received the big news today, as you already just broke. I have been called up to the big leagues with the Toros. So I'm very pleased for that to start my rookie campaign in the big leagues. And yeah, this will be the last stream where you'll see that Firehawk on there. And I want to thank the Firehawks for everything they've done for me on my journey so far. And I do already have a Toros one made up. So next stream, I'll be sporting the blue and pink of the Toros.
Stay tuned for that hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Wednesday night at 7 p.m. That
Yeah.
is also going to be the stream that we will see who is seated where, and we'll see how the playoffs are going to be. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I do have news on when we will be doing that playoff stream. You'll have to wait till near the end though to figure it out. We're doing something different. We're doing something different. So stay tuned on that. But we do have full slate of games. In fact, we're going to watch 5 games tonight. We ran into a situation where we finally get to watch 5. We have 4 scheduled. Out of those 4 games, I believe we see all the teams twice. So the 5th game, we're gonna leave it up to chat when we get there. We're gonna leave it up to chat. We'll figure out what the 5th game is going to be. We are going all the way up to the 26th, which will then on Wednesday leave us with, let's see, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Then the final 9 games of the regular season portion of the Prospect League will be on Wednesday night. With that being said, though, we still got more housekeeping. Still got more housekeeping. A lot of it. Not not
Really?
not not
Okay.
of the, not of the bad variety though. Not of the bad variety. We're not
Sure.
pushing out the old. We're bringing in the new. We're bringing in the new. We got not 1, not 2, not 3, not even 4, but we got 5. We got
LeBron will be
5.
pleased.
Oh my
More than
goodness.
LeBron.
Man, work was long setting up for the stream. I kid. But we got 5 new faces to welcome on in before we get started. And actually, what I am going to do, we're going to multitask because I'm fairly certain there's no mods in chat at the moment. So before we introduce them, I'm going to go ahead and put up a prediction here real quick because I already forgot what game we're watching first eventually. Okay.
Southwest.
I see South and West. In fact, speaking
Yeah.
of the South, let's do this. While I get the prediction going, go ahead, Mr. Chadwick. We got the first. Actually, hang on. I did forget to do one thing on this particular player. One thing that I always do because I'm very forgetful. Put their username as well. There we go. Behind the scenes on live TV. But yeah, Chadwick, we have our first new player out of the 5 to Prospect League. Who are we welcoming in?
It looks like it is one Mark Southwork, who I hope is on the South. He is. That's good. It'd be odd if he wasn't, right? So
The,
with a
the,
name
the,
like that,
the irony of
Mark,
how it works in the Prospect League, we made it
yeah,
happen.
Mark, yeah, Mark Southworth, a new outfielder. Plays left, plays right, and looks like he's maxed out here for some contact.
Oh, yeah, it's relative to Prospect League.
Well, sure, yeah, of course. So, but
It threw
relative
me
to
off the
Prospect
first
League,
time.
he's going to rate. He's going to be the Pete Rose of the Prospect League, and username M Southworth. So, welcome aboard, Mark Southworth.
Thanks, sir. And I just got that prediction up. Our first match of the stream is South and West. We're gonna warm y'all up. We'll keep it simple to start off. Then we'll get more complicated as we go. Who wins, South or the West? Ooh, nope. I don't want to go that way.
There we go. We see we got some chatter already. I just switched to the chat view. Sorry. So welcome in everybody.
Yeah.
I see
You can see
Luigi.
now.
Yeah, I see Pazu. Bailey's here too. Hey, it's Bailey. Welcome, welcome.
I know Bailey's in the chat. Bailey, help me out because I was going to ask, is it Arya or Aria? My first inclination was Arya, but then at the same time, I'm like, because I'm a Phillies fan, probably because I'm like Arya Harper. So, because I hate butchering names, it's a pet peeve of mine. So I just want to make sure I'm pronouncing it right. But on the East is the Aria. Thank you, Aria Harper, left fielder for the East Mounties. Recreate of wonderful Bailey. So on your second of 5 players coming into the Prospect League tonight. And then the next one, we're heading to the north for, and see, if Enoch's watching, he may get a hangry stream because I didn't have time to eat before the stream. It's kind of been a running joke, and I'm even more hungry now. Because thanks to Rankle, there's at least one player named by a food item. And shrimp doesn't sound too bad right about now, but we have for the North in center field, Shrimp McDaniel. Definitely gonna be I'm hungry. I'm so distracted now that I'm hungry thinking of shrimp. Um, but on the North, welcome on and congrats on the recreates, all the people recreating. I know we have a couple more. And they're both are on the West.
Okay,
We are
yeah, and with the shrimp player, I will say it adds to our nautical theme of the Prospect League because we already have 2 fish themed players.
yes. Yes. I McFish being the other one.
Yeah.
Good catch there. We have a hitter and a pitcher on the West. First up, recreate. I was not around in the PB for the first incarnation of Tedford Woofington, but we have Tedford Woofington Jr. recreated by Chess Safari, left fielder for the West. And we have a pitcher in the West. He brings us good news all the time, or some of the time, or most of the time, but he's always technically correct. The professor himself, Professor Farnsworth, recreate Paz. I saw Paz was in the chat as well. Relief pitcher for the West. And the final of the 5 new creates that we have in the Prospect League. It's already been a very interesting Prospect League. In fact, we are kind of talking about it with Tita and Stroyer on Friday night. This is one of the more closely put together Prospect Leagues. Usually at this time of the season, there's a team that ran away with it, but first to last is only 5 games. And we have 18 to play. So, I mean, Chadwick, do you see any favorites? Because, I mean, I do, but I don't.
I don't know. It's been a while since I've been on the stream, maybe 2 weeks now for the Prospect League. Maybe less than that. But I remember that the West was pretty loaded. But it looks like the East obviously has the lead in terms of the standings. So I guess we'll have to see when I look at the lineups because I know I probably missed a few new players. But yeah, it looks like a pretty entertaining affair so far.
Absolutely. And we have 9 games on the docket. We have a travel day. We still have that prediction going between who wins between the South and the West. Let's go ahead and finish this day. Actually, let me go save real quick.
Yeah, and I'm going to ask this just for me only because I somehow, last time I was on stream with you, I saved the link, but somehow I didn't actually save. But let's post that redemption form.
Oh, yes.
Because I need to redeem some points.
Now, if you've already done it
cash.
once, you don't have to do it again.
Correct. I've never done it. I haven't done it yet. There it is. There's the form. I'm going to make sure I can fill it out tonight. Fill out your form, people. Is it every 10,000's worth a cool 1 million?
Correct. 10,000 Twitch points equals 1 million in PBE money. That's either, if you're for our intents and purposes here in the Prospect League, that's the first 2 weeks of your rookie training that you get 500,000. That's the first 2 weeks of it covered.
And I'm just
right then and there. Boom.
I'm just looking at my numbers now. I had a very successful betting run during the World Series, and I'm now up to 30,000 points. So that's 3 million in PBE cash.
We are up to our first game of this edition of the Prospect League. Lots of prospects on here. We're talking about, if you're new to the Prospect League, if there's an asterisk next to the names, that means it's, what we call like a legacy player, aka, kind of a nicer way of saying a bot. But a lot less asterisks on the screen. For the South, we have Tiger Dawson, batting leadoff, and then Cassius Ketch, Leon Riston, Hector Roca, Mark Southworth for the South. It's going to be our first look at both Mark Southworth and Tedford Woofington Jr. And then we obviously have our starting pitchers, Harris Rodriguez and Talion Solo for the West. Also on the West, Ted Jonalis, Grand Slam Dolph, and Zach Hartman as far as our prospects. And obviously, I'd be very remiss if I didn't point out that we get to start off Prospect League stream watching Jose batting their third for the West. Any thoughts on what we got going on in this first matchup of the night, Chadwick, before we get started?
Looks pretty even, right? I think if I did the math on the AI, it looks like it's 4-4 with a tie.
I see 5-4 and a tie.
Okay, well, close enough.
Yeah, close. Yeah, exactly. We'll say what's that 4 or sorry 5.5 or something like that.
Yeah, and it's not a runaway, and you got both starting pitchers have really strong records in ERAs. So, yeah, should be an entertaining Prospect League proposition.
Do you want to do first half, second half? I figured we warm up our voices. We didn't talk enough yet.
Sure. It's whatever you're good with. We can split it up, half and half. Sure.
You want to start first?
Sure. Let's do it.
Let's get it. South and
start
the
us up
West.
with the South taking at bats against the pitcher Talion Solo, the left-hander. And here we go. He will face Dawson, the DH, who will promptly strike out on 3 pitches, it looks like there. A 3-pitch strikeout. Solo will now face Harrison, the first baseman, who will draw a walk. And that will bring up Gordon, who's got 5 home runs on the season. And he's going to get a base hit. So that's going to put 2 runners on for James, a bot, but he's got 20 home runs. Look at that. And now he's going to get a base hit, and he's going to drive in a run. Yes. Runners at first and second, no outs. Oh, 1 out, sorry. And Mick Kringleberry, the left fielder, will step in. And he's going to bloop in a hit, and that's going to drive in another run. And the South is up 2-0. And they'll bring up Cassius Ketch, who's a player I don't think I've seen, which is a great name. I love the name. The second baseman, he's going to get a hit. It's going to drive in a run. Yes. 3-0 to the South. And now the catcher, Riston, is going to step up to the plate with 2 on. Going to strike out looking. And then Hector Rocca, the third baseman, will draw a walk. And the South is looking at batting around with Southworth in their debut. Their first at bat, they get a base hit and drive in a run.
Who gets away?
2 runs, an error. And the South is batted around in the top of the first. 5 runs. The leadoff hitter is now going to fly out to center field, but 5 runs for the South. Italian Solo getting shelled in the top half of the first inning. And now the West will lead off with Wolfrington. He's going to fly out to right field. I'll bring up the first baseman, Zahn, who is going to get a home run. That looked wind-aided. But again, I don't know. We always check when they play in this ballpark. Is the roof open?
I believe so.
It's a solo home run for Zahn against Harris Rodriguez. Cuts the lead to 5-1. And now Jose, the infamous Jose, is going to get a blooper. It looks like we're in for an offensive night here. Now the designated hitter is going to...
Oh my goodness!
The wind looks to be blowing to left field, folks. It is now 5-3. 8 runs in the first inning. Man, if we had did like a run bet, we'd already been on the over almost. Slamdolf is now not going to slam. He's going to fly out into the infield, and that will bring up Shabadoo. Shabadoo's going to Shabadoo. Warning track fly. But 8 runs in the first inning. Wow, that's a heck of an inning to start the Prospect League tonight. Harrison, second at-bat of the game already in the second inning, is going to ground out 6-3. Gordon, the center fielder, will now step in. He's going to fly out, looks out to left field. And now James, the shortstop, is going to draw a walk. And that will bring up McCringleberry, who's going to get a base hit to center. The runner will hold at second. Now bring up Catch, the second baseman, who will get a base hit and drive in a run to make it 6-3. So pitching is optional tonight in the Prospect League. Riston will be the catcher, going to fly out. But the inning will be over, but they tack on another run. It's 6-3, folks. The West will lead off with Hartman, the third baseman, against Harris Rodriguez, who will get the 6-3 ground out. Ketchum is going to walk him. Walk in the first. And now Jethro Gibbs, the shortstop, steps up. He's going to hit a fly ball to center. Looks playable. He's got it. And then Wolfington Jr., our new player on the night, is going to draw a walk. They'll put runners at first and second with 2 down. For Zahn, the first baseman, who's going to get a base hit. He's going to drive in a run. And now the lead is 6-4 to the South. So the West tacks one on. And now Jose has got 2 outs on a runner in scoring position. But Jose strikes out. 6-4, folks. Put on your seatbelts tonight for the high-flying Prospect League. Rocca is going to lead off against Italian Solo. And we have a third strikeout. Oh, I thought we were going to get it on base there, but no. Catcher's able to make the throw to first to complete the out. Southworth is going to be just shy of the warning track. Now Dawson, the leadoff hitter, going to... Whoa, nice play there. Looks like it was going to bloop in, but the center fielder, Jose, with the diving catch. So the West tacks on a run. It's 6-4 to the South. Who's going to be leading off here with, what is this, Guineolis?
Johnless.
Ganolis? Okay, I don't know. You'll have to repeat that for me again. Slamdolf, with a runner on, is going to fly out the right field. Shabadoo It's going to strike out, and that'll lead up to, I do believe it's Zach Hartman. With 2 outs, is going to strike out as well. And we'll go over that pronunciation later. I don't know. I'm just not comprehending things right now.
Well,
with that
welcome
name.
to being a streamer.
Yeah, I know. It's like, whoa, what is this? Harrison, the first baseman, is going to bat for the South. It's going to ground out 4-3. Gordon steps in against Tyan Solo. He's going to ground out in a routine grounder. And now James, the shortstop, who's on fire with the 20 home runs this year, is going to grab a walk. Worth a look. Is that 20 home runs was near a record?
It is the record.
Okay, I would think so. I mean, that's a lot. He's going to steal second. McCringleberry is going to pop up, though. So James stole second. He's got 20 home runs. Is the record holder. And we're going to go to the bottom of the fourth. Our first scoreless inning was in the third. Now the fourth, can we get another one? Ketchum flies out to center. Gibbs, the shortstop, is going to draw a walk, and that'll bring up the top of the order. Where Wolfington Jr., the professor, is going to strike out. I'll leave it up to Zahn. He's got 9 home runs on the year. He's going to hit a ball down the line. It's going to get to the wall. They'll bring the runner to third. Will he come home? He will, and he's going to score. It's a stand-up. Oh, not a stand-up triple. He dove in, but a triple. To cut the South lead to 6-5, the West is coming back with a vengeance. And Jose is going to fly out with a runner at third. But we're up to 11 runs through 4 innings in the Prospect League. An entertaining affair. Top of the fifth, and Catch is going to get a base hit by the second baseman who was a statue. Didn't know what to do there. Riston, the catcher. Looks like he's going to get one down as well. We got runners at first and second. No outs for Rocca, the third baseman, who's going to bloop one in. The bases will be loaded for Southworth. Can Southworth in their Prospect League debut make some action? He will. Base hit against a new pitcher. Moscow Washburn gives up a base hit with the bases loaded. It's now 7-5 in favor of the South. Dawson with the bases loaded is going to strike out. All right, Harrison's got the bases loaded, 1 out. It's got to do something here. And he grabs into the double play, which seemed like there's some crazy physics going on there. But I'm going to leave you over to nasbase for the rest of this game. It's 7-5 through the first half.
Johnless is going to strike out. Lots of action in the first half. Tired out my partner. Out of town scoreboard, it's a tale of 2 games, though, as Slamdolf will take the walk. It's 2-1 East in the bottom, or actually heading to the 7th now. Shabadoo right in front of home plate. Only play. Oh, he beat it out. Never mind. Beat it out. So runs the first, second, 1 out for Hartman, who will walk. So the bases are loaded with 1 out for Ash Ketchum. Facing 1984. Popped up in the infield, though. That is a big second out. It'll bring up Gibbs. Fly ball to right field, and that is going to be caught, and the West will leave them loaded as we head to the 6th, and it'll be Gordon leading off facing Washburn. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Bring up Colton James. Ground ball to the third base side, over to first, 2 away for Hingle McCringleberry. Line drive base hit to left field. Inning will continue. Bring up Catch. Runner going, throw to second. He's out. And that's going to retire the side as we head to the home half of the 6th. 7-5 South. And top of the order for Woofington. Blooper, that's going to fall in for a leadoff single. Now Brandon Zahn. Ground ball, there's one. They get the double play, 4-6-3. And the bases are empty for Jose, who will hit it to the corner. He's going to get at least 2, and he'll be there with a 2-out double. And it'll allow Johnless to come up to bat, but will strike out to end the 6th. North have taken the lead in the bottom of the 7th, 4-2 on the out of town. We head to the top of the 7th here, and it's going to be Catch. Catch is going to hit one into the gap to lead off the 7th. Lead off double for Cassius Catch. And now the catcher, Riston. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 out. And now Hector Roca takes ball 4 on 4 straight pitches. Runners at first and second, 1 out for Southworth. Fly ball to center field is going to be caught in front of the warning track. Runner will go to third. So runners in the corners, 2 outs. Top of the order now for Dawson. Oh, he picked him off. Picked him off at first base to retire the side. Base running is not looking too hot for either team here in the late innings. Time to stretch at 7-5. And now Slamdolph's going to hit a slow roller near the second base bag, out number 1. Shabadoo, that is hit pretty well, and it's gone. Dinger time for Joey JoJo Jr. Shabadoo. And the West cut the deficit in half. It is 7-6. We still have ourselves a ball game as Hartman will come to the plate now. Hits it back to the pitcher, 2 outs. Ichabod Cranepool, one of our prospects, into pitch as Ketchum will hit a base hit to left. 2 outs, runner at first for Gibbs, and he takes ball 4. So runners at first and second with 2 outs. Top of the order now for Woofington. Caught looking, strike 3. And that is going to retire the side. West get a run on the board. It's a 1-run game, 7-6, as we head to the 8th and top of the order for Dawson. Facing our new prospect, Professor Farnsworth. That's a ground ball, 1 out. Harrison, liner to left, but the left fielder is going to make the catch, 2 outs. Gordon's going to hit that to the left fielder as well, and it's a 1-2-3 inning as we head to the bottom of the 8th. Can the West tie it up or take the lead? We'll have to see. It's going to be Brandon Zahn leading off, facing Cranepool. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 away. Now Jose. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 outs. Now Ted Johnless. Fly ball to deep center, but it's not going to be deep enough. And it's a 1-2-3 inning as we head to the 9th. South hanging on to a 1-run lead at 7-6, and Colton James leading off. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 away. Now Hingle McCringleberry. Line drive, base hit to right. So 1 out base runner is on for Cassius Catch. Fly ball left field corner, caught for out number 2. 2 away, Risden. Oh, that's a drop, but runner will stay. 1-2 pitch is a swing and a miss, strike 3, and the side is retired. They leave a runner stranded. Bottom of the 9th, can the West pull out the comeback win? 7-6 is going to be Grand Slamdolph to lead it off against Cranepool. That's grounded right to the first baseman, unassisted, out number 1. Now Shabadoo is going to hit a base hit up the middle, so the tying runner is aboard. The winning run will come to the plate, and Hartman facing the new pitcher, Duke Smith. Ground ball, there's 1. They're not going to turn 2, so still life. Ash Ketchum now. Caught looking, strike 3, and this game is over. We had what a great game to start off Prospect League tonight. 8 runs in the first inning between these two teams. Ended up being a close one still. 7-6 is your final for the South. Cassius Catch 4 for 5 with a double, 2 ribbies, and 2 runs. Riston 1 for 5. Roca 1 for 2 with 2 walks. Southworth in his Prospect League debut goes 2 for 4 with 3 ribbies. Also on the West, Woofington going 1 for 4 and a walk in their Prospect League debut. Ted Johnless 2 for 5 with 2 ribbies and a run. And then Hartman getting on base with a walk. As far as the pitching goes, 1984 will take the win, Solo the loss. Smith will get the save. Cassius Ketch is your player of the game. And then we had the East and the North. It was a 3-run bottom of the seventh for the North to get the win, 4-2. Kadru 2 for 5. Um, Aria Harper in their debut 3 for 5 with a run scored. I McFish 1 for 4 with a double. Four and also a stolen base for Aria Harper as well. For the North, Scotty Sterling 1 for 4. Also getting a stolen base. Winton 1 for 2 with a run scored. Bradley Wellerman, a double, a home run, 3 ribbies, and a run scored. In fact, it was Wellerman hitting the 3-run home run to give the North the lead and the win. Duggar will take the win. Nitro the loss. Brayman will get the save. Your player of the game, Bradley Wellerman. We will go ahead and save, and I will go ahead and pay out that prediction too before I forget. Doing the double duty tonight. That actually value bet. Betty, you were too late unless you snuck in on this one. The value bet won. South will get the win. South had the least amount of points as well. So shout out to you, Motion. You get the whole pot. We do have our next game, which let me go ahead and it should be North and East. We'll do an over under on this one. Why not? We'll do an over under. What do I want to do over under on? We'll do over under on total hits in the game since we just saw a bunch of hit. Why not? Let's go ahead and do that. So we'll do over under total hits. This is total hits in the game. So we'll do over under 14 and a half. So oh sorry. I'm sorry, Daedalus. When I'm typing in the prediction, I can't see chat because I'm on my MacBook. So I missed it. I'm sorry. We could do over under home runs in the next one though. I'll get that. I'll try to remember that for the next game that we look at. But let's go ahead and pull this up. Give you all some time to submit in those predictions. Prospects that we have on this one for the East, we have Kadru. We get to see Aria Harper on stream for the first time. I McFish and Dazan Giel. And then for the North, we get to see our first look of Shrimp McDaniel. We also have Scotty Sterling, Winton, Bradley Wellerman, and your starting pitcher, Luther McIntosh. So over under 14 and a half total hits in the game. So total hits between these two teams, over under is 14 and a half. I know we're gonna flip flop on play by play because Prospect League streams are different. If you're new to Prospect League streams, maybe you've watched some PBE streams. This is more casual, more chill. So we don't do play by play on every game. Especially on a night like tonight where we got 5 games get to watch tonight. So we're gonna flip flop and what have you. We are gonna do something. We didn't have a chance to do this on the Friday night stream with T-Den. I'm thinking maybe we do a little bit of Ask the Booth for this one. Ask the Booth. Mysterious, you came at the perfect time. Your timing was immaculate. The first of 2 games that we get to see I McFish.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't need I will definitely have time. I appreciate you looking out for me, Daedalus. I appreciate you looking out for me. I'm all right. I'm staying hydrated. I'm gonna have time to eat after. But do a little ask with we do have that prediction up. I'll let that prediction run for another a minute or so before we get on into this one. So Chadwick, this is our first look at these two teams. Anything sticking out to you?
I see a lot of maroon
Yeah.
for the Mounties. Let me look at some of these stats here. Hard to say, right? Because you got new players. That changes the dynamic. But I think we're going to see another solid matchup here, would be my guess. And then, yeah, this will be good. We'll do an Ask a Booth during this kind of, what do we call these? When we just, we don't do the play-by-play. We just kind of, shoot the breeze, talk about stuff.
We're all spectators here at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Fake baseball.
And then,
I do want to make one observation just because it caught my eye real quick. Because
sure.
we're talking about this in our first match. Here, the wind is blowing in from center at 12 miles an hour.
Oh, there we go. I see that. That's good to know. Yeah. We need to note that. Yeah. So we'll do this. We'll do an Ask to the Booth. But I do have an idea for the second game that we don't do a stream on.
Ooh, we could do that for the third game. Or third game total, and this is the game after this one. But,
yeah.
Ooh, I like intrigue. Intrigue.
Yeah.
I like intrigue.
Intrigue. Yeah. I didn't mention it to you.
To answer your question, McFish went, I believe it was, I know one, I don't remember if it was 1 for 3 or 1 for 4, but that hit was a double.
There we go. You have a good memory if you remember that.
But I'm gonna go ahead and end the prediction, or maybe not. Hang on, I saw somebody get one in.
Yeah, 182 to 500 right now. So again, if you want the value bet, you got time to get on it. There we go. Came in.
Final warning. I'm gonna give y'all final warning because I see some people sneaking in some wagers. So give y'all a few more seconds to sneak them in.
It's pretty much even now. 492 to 500. That's what we like to see.
You're good, Wolf, because I see you're okay. I get what you're saying. Right on, got you. I got you.
Yeah, man.
All right, let's go ahead and close that prediction.
Welcome on in.
We are running Ask the Booth for this game. So go ahead and ask us whatever you like. I mean, I will ask whatever you like with an asterisk since I am a GM that is drafting in the minors. If it's a question I definitely cannot answer because, I'm not here to get in trouble, guys. Don't try to get me in trouble.
No.
So I would like to leave this stream richer rather than poorer.
I saw some hijinks, some other places where there's, people trying to tamper and stuff like that. We're not going to get into that here.
Oh, if you get me in trouble, then there's no Prospect League streams.
True.
I mean, let's not get me in trouble. Because odds are there probably wouldn't be Prospect League streams if I get in trouble. Because for full, like when I joined the league, we definitely did not stream as much. Because to be fair, overall, and this is also a nice little way of me being like, if you can stream or you're interested in streaming, you should definitely talk to Enoch. Because out of all the sections in PBE, out of all the jobs, streamer is definitely one of those things where there's not a lot of us. There's a lot of things we want to stream, but there's not a lot of us, and we all have lives, so time is something that's not infinite. We all wish it were, but it's not. So but when I joined, there was only Enoch was doing it, and shout out to Enoch. I know that he still is a lot behind the scenes. Got me interested in streaming, and that's why I did Prospect League. So like that's why I signed up, and that's why we only basically stream Prospect League unless myself or Enoch's available for the most part. So
we have a question here for you.
We do, and we have a dinger. We have a dinger by Ty France Jr. This game is interesting in the first inning.
We got 5 runs in this game and 8 in the other in the first inning. So, bring your bats early.
I'm going to start a new OTP sim at my in-laws this week. Well, what's your goal? Like, Is this like a meme save where I give you like a meme answer, even though I'm not gonna pick an AL West team? I mean, if
No,
it
I
were
like it. I think we should make it hard on yourself, man.
make it,
Yeah, like who's the worst team you can really realistically pick right now? Who would be make you do it with the Rockies, a
eh,
team with no hope,
oh my God,
and if you,
you mean the White Sox?
or the White Sox, sure. But at least the White Sox have tradable assets.
No, no, you know what? No, if this is a meme save, um, oh, you just want, oh, okay, no, this is like a save. I would say the Reds then. I would say the Reds. Um,
Really?
as Dazen Giel ties it up with a solo shot,
Eve, man, look at
making it
this.
3-all. I'm starting to wonder if my over under. You know, I'm not feeling too good about my number. It's already at 6 hits here in the top of the second.
Yeah.
Was that dropped? Did left fielder drop it, or was there already a runner at second? It was just a weird animation. Left field.
There's an error on the board now.
I
So
was looking at the score, and then I looked down. Oh, you won the PBE raffle. Oh, okay.
cool.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean I can just tell you as I've played out of the park for a long time, it's well worth your money, especially now. I think you can probably buy 24 for a really good price.
I would wait till the end of this week, most likely, just because
Sure.
you know if
It
you're
dropped.
if you're
Black
not
Friday, they
well,
might offer it for like $5 even. You might be able to get it that cheap.
and also we are off season, and generally the price goes down because I bought. So that's how I found it. It's funny that you mentioned that because it is that time of the year. My first experience with OOTP was last year's sale for 23, which is why I have
Okay.
how I had 23. I bought it last December for $10. So
Yeah.
it is that time of the year where keep your eyes out for the sales.
And it is great, right? Because
you can do a lot in
Yeah.
OOTP.
Yep.
You can go. I mean, that's how we're able to do this. Leagues like this is how it is good proof that you can do a lot of different things in OGP. It's just a matter of it's a very intricate game. Is probably the best way I could put it.
It's well worth your money.
But yeah, I would do the Reds. If you want to do like a Mimi save, I would say do the Mets. Cough cough, wink wink, nudge nudge. Since I'm a Phillies fan, so.
What happened there? Oh, we got run thrown out there.
But yes,
OTP
Go is free, as Adka mentioned. But yeah, if you're it's the mobile version is oh, got it. That makes sense. And the mobile version is free. I'm a big guy, I got big hands, so I'm not much of a mobile guy because yeah, I would be fat fingering bad decisions.
Yeah.
It's
a little difficult to play. I'd agree.
Roxanne.
You're talking about the police
song? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Roxanne!
That was the first thought that came to my head too. Like I'm just playing in my head like Roxanne.
Steen and the police. Come on, let's go. You don't have to sell your body to buy OTP. That's funny, Attica.
Sir, this is a family stream.
Oh boy.
Sir, this is a family stream. Shout out though to Attica, as Attica was
welcome
the
on in, man.
individual who selected our 3. So if you're new to Prospect League, there are 4 teams and what a web gem out there in right field. Scotty Sterling on patrol with a web gem out there in right field. But if you're new to Prospect League, there are 4 teams, but 3 teams get different names every year. The winner remains. So the winner from last season of the Prospect League, we're seeing on stream in the East Mounties. Last season's theme was a play on some original teams from back in the day. This season, Attica won the charity and selected robot themed team. So shout out to Attica. Next season, somebody else will pick Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Me.
Oh, you won. Nice.
I have an idea of what I'm gonna do, but
All right.
I got 6 weeks to,
Look
or I guess
forward to that.
5 weeks to think about it. Give our wonderful also a shout out to Orbiting Death, a
Yes.
fellow teammate of ours on
Yeah.
Cancun, for always taking good care of us on our graphics and our logos, as that was so close.
Man, we almost had a 3-run bomb in a tight game.
But yeah, shout out to them. And yes, the minors draft is this Saturday. This Saturday night at, I believe I picked 6:30 Eastern. Don't quote me on that. I don't remember the time I picked. But it is, oh, what a catch in left field. Web gems all around. Aria Harper with the web gem in left. But it is this Saturday as far as the minors draft. The majors draft is on Friday night.
Yes. There's going to be a lot of action this week on the PBE channel.
Yes, there's going to be
with maybe just one day that's not going to be day where there's not going to be a stream.
This week is going to be weird, is what this week is going to be.
Let's get weird.
Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Stay tuned, because we have not announced when the Prospect League playoffs are. It's going to be happening at a different time than usual, but so stay tuned on that.
It will be happening though.
But I know I'm going to assume the Tahini is next week, because I know Hummus has set up everything for the Tahini. I think it would be too late to do it tomorrow.
Yeah,
I know he likes to give a little bit of a lead up to it, so I'm gonna assume Tahini is next week. I mean, unless Hummus is hanging around in the chat, coincidentally,
I don't think he is. Let me check.
Fill me in when the Tahini is.
No Hummus, but we do have a good crowd here now, so thank you everybody for coming on in.
We may have an interesting one, and also unless the last run is like walked in a run and we don't get a hit the rest of the way, I think the overs are pretty much going to have it. We're at 14. Yeah. Oh, look at that bunt. Oh, and he got the lead runner. Oh, man.
Yeah, so
play some more pepper.
So some good questions so far. If anybody has any questions, doesn't have to be PBE. You could ask us, life questions. You could ask us.
We're talking about
questions about real baseball.
We're talking about ejections on Friday night.
We could talk about food. Everybody likes to talk about food. We could talk about beer.
Okay. Well, listen. Let's not talk about food because I'm hungry.
Oh, sure, you're hungry.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But yes, it is Ask the Booth for this. Oh, no, that's a trap. No, he smothered it.
It's a trap. It's the Admiral Adbar.
It's a trap.
Adbar. Yeah.
Oh, no, safe third.
Good, and I will say, out of town scoreboard has the West leading 5-2 in the bottom of the seventh against the South.
Yep.
Well, here we go.
Ooh.
Favorite sport other than baseball?
Go for it. You can go first.
Man, I don't know. I mean, I'm a big fan of sport just because it takes your mind off the mundane things of life. But I think, oh man,
stump the booth. You stumped the booth.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. I mean, I like it all. It would have to be for me, other than baseball. I mean, I like football, but it takes a long time these days, right? And it's kind of boring. 3.5 hours minimum, right, of a time investment to watch any football game. And more than that, usually. So, for me, it would be down to hockey or soccer, which are a little faster. And when I say soccer, I don't count MLS in that. That's not real soccer. Sorry for those
that is gone.
We have a home run.
Codroo.
Yeah. Attica says ultimate thumb wrestling. That's pretty good.
Ultimate slap battle. I was gonna make a joke about that. Ultimate slap battle. That's a real thing.
I mean, you see some crazy stuff. Yeah. I mean, tag. I saw tag the other day on ESPN. Like that there's like a professional tag circuit, which blows my mind. But yeah, I mean, between hockey and soccer, hockey more so like in live, like watching hockey live. There's nothing better. TV's hockey's a little hard, but live hockey is great for sure.
I think for me, um, see that's tough because eh, well, actually, let me put it this way. So, I am a racing fan. Um, I've been a racing fan about as long as I have been a baseball fan. Nowadays, I mean, I tried my darndest. I tried my darndest. I couldn't. My body would not let me. I'm getting old. Um, Tried to stay up for the Formula One race after watching the PBE World Series. Um, I used to be a NASCAR fan growing up, but I would say NASCAR is not really in my good graces at the moment. So I focused my attention more towards open wheel. So Formula One, IndyCar has had me really excited the last few years as well. So I'd say racing would be probably a close second for me. Um,
Yeah,
but
that's nice.
um, I will say um, another sport I like to. I mean, football. It can be long. But then again, I'm a racing fan, so as many people will love to remind me, you're watching cars go in circles for 4 hours. So I can't really knock football for 3.5 hours, but I do also like it is that time of the year where college basketball. I do like watching some basketball. I'm not much of an NBA guy, so college basketball is really where it's at for me for multitude of reasons. Personally, if NBA was two halves like it was in like it is in college, probably watch a little bit more NBA. But outside of that, just baseball. I can't wait for college baseball season to start. That's another thing that's circled on my calendar. Because I'm a big college baseball fan. I used to have season tickets to University of Hawaii baseball growing up. As this game is over, as the North got 4 runs in the first 2 innings, but couldn't muster anything the rest of the way. Even if I said over under 14.5 for just one of the teams, it still would have been over. He had 22 hits in this game. So the overs will get the prediction. Go ahead and pay that out real quick before I forget. So congratulations on that. Let's take a look at the box score for the East. Cod Ruru 2 for 6 with a home run, 2 RBIs total in the game. Aria Harper 2 for 5. A ribby run scored, another stolen base. I McFish 1 for 4 with 2 runs batted in. Dazen Giel 2 for 5, 1 RBI and a run scored on the solo home run. For the North, Trip McDaniel going 1 for 5, Scotty Sterling 1 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. And then Winton also going 1 for 3 with a run scored and a walk, and Wellerman 1 for 3 with a walk. Mikey Weiser will get the win. Hoshiator the loss. Ty France Jr. is player of the game. South and the West, we had extra innings. Oh my goodness, this would have been. Look at this. We had so the South tied it up with 3 in the top of the ninth, but the West will win it on a walk off in the bottom of the 11th.
Yeah, who are we
I want to see
looking
how
at
it
here?
tied first.
Okay, sure.
Single by Gordon is what tied it up. The walk-off was a walk-off single by Shabadoo. The winning runner was Grand Slamdolph, who had a double with 1 out to get on base. That's how the game ended. Let's take a look at the box score. Tiger Dawson 2 for 5 with a run and a walk. Riston going 2 for 5. Roca 1 for 5 with a run scored, and Southworth 1 for 5 with a run scored. Dawson getting their fourth stolen base of Prospect League. Tedford Woofington 3 for 6 with 2 runs scored. One of those hits being a double. Grand Slam Dolph scoring the winning run, 2 for 5, 2 ribbies, and that run scored. Ted Jonalis, a 4 for 5 game with a double, a run scored, and a walk. And then that would be it for the hitting side of things. Let's take a look at the pitching. Kylo Ren will get the win. Smith the loss. Jimmy G will be your player of the game. And we should have a couple quick sim days. So let's go ahead and take a look here. East and the North. 7-5 in favor of the North. A 6-run bottom of the third. Let's take a look here. As far as the East is concerned, Cod Ruru going 1 for 5. Aria Harper scoring a run. I McFish 2 for 4 with an RBI. And then Dazen Giel also getting an RBI. For the North, Scotty Sterling 1 for 4 with a walk and a run scored. And then Winton 1 for 3 with a RBI, and Bradley Wellerman 1 for 4, 2 ribbies off of a double. Sterling also getting a stolen base as Mitchell will be your winning pitcher. Peters will take the loss, and the third incarnation of Scott Sterling, this one, Scott Stelling, will get the save. Dion Mitchell will be your player of the game. South and the West, 5-2 in favor of the West. See Jose hit a home run. See Jose's name out there. Let's take a look at the box. Dawson 1 for 4 with a run scored. Ketch going 1 for 4. Southworth 1 for 3 with a walk. Hector Roca scoring a run. For the West, Woofington Jr. 1 for 5. Grand Slam Dolph 2 for 3 with a run scored. Ted Jonalis 1 for 4. Jose 2 for 4 with that home run. And that's it for the hitting. As far as pitching goes, Pee Wee Matthews will get the win. Reynolds the loss. Beware of Strikes the hold. Kylo Ren the save. Pee Wee Matthews is your player of the game. I believe it's nope, not a travel day. Okay, so new series here, North and the West. And it's going to be the West winning it 4-2. Taking a look here at the box, Woofington 1 for 4 with a run scored. Slamdolph 1 for 4. Ted Jonalis 2 for 4 with a double and a solo home run. Then for the North, Scotty Sterling going 1 for 5. Winton 1 for 4. Wellerman also 1 for 4. Duke Silver will get the win. Shirazi the loss. Bentley the save. Ty France Jr. is your player of the game. East on the road facing the South. And it's going to be the South holding on for the 4-2 victory. For the East, Aria Harper 1 for 4 with a stolen base and a run scored. I McFish also going 1 for 4. For the South, Riston going 1 for 4. Southworth 2 for 3 with a ribby, a walk, and a stolen base. Will Millis will get the win. Scotty Tipton the loss, and Duke Smith getting their 4th save, as Will Millis will be your player of the game. And I believe there's a travel day. I was looking for the travel day, and I believe that takes us to our next stream game. Yes, it does. All right, let's take a look at the calendar here, and we'll get a prediction going. If I'm looking at the right server, there we go. We'll be watching South and the East in this one. This will be our next stream game. I already got a shout out to Daedalus. We're gonna do over under on home runs for this one. And we'll even stick with that number as well, because it seemed like a decent number. So give me just a moment on.
Yeah, what's the number? Because I see that Colton James also has 20 home runs.
Yeah, so story about that. um good old Colton. Colton was hitting the roids a little bit, and we caught him.
Oh,
Caught him.
really?
Yeah, the power was supposed to be 118 and it was at 158.
Oh, okay. That's pretty funny.
So yeah, so Colton James got tested. He got caught. The league gave him a slap on the wrist because it's Prospect League, where we're just here to watch fake baseball, and it's a separate file from the main file. So yeah, so Colton's been reprimanded. He's gonna stay away from the ringworm cream. He's gonna use something else next time.
That's right.
But over under 1.5 total home runs. I don't know what we're doing for this stream. Chadwick had me all intrigued. I don't know what he got cooked up. I guess we're gonna find out here in a little bit. But give y'all some time to put in your predictions. After this game, we'll have at least 2 more games to watch.
We're doing play-by-play for this one, or no?
Nope. I really want. I want to know what you got cooked up.
Yeah.
I'm so intrigued, but we'll give these guys a chance to. On a scale of 1 to 10, how has Scotty done? I believe Scotty's gotten hits in pretty much. I would say about a 6 or a 7. I would say about 6 or 7. We will have a chance to watch Scotty in the game after this. After this game, we'll be watching West and the North. But we do have that prediction up over under 1.5 home runs in this game is your prediction. I realize I didn't put home runs in the game. But it's over or under 1.5 total home runs in the game is your prediction, as we get our second look at these two teams. We've already seen everybody once. We're going to see everybody a second time tonight. Thankfully, it all worked out as far as our schedule went. I'm going to assume VHL is the other league that you're referencing to. Oh, or are you talking about 2 OTP? Oh, SHL. I was close. I was 1 letter off. But give y'all 30 seconds. Give y'all 30 seconds on that prediction, and we will get on into our third game of the stream. Oh, so it would have been 3 then, if VHL just ended. Which one is WJC? I don't know if I've heard of that one before. Go ahead and end this prediction here. So that is closed. Let's get on into this one, and this is where so Chadwick says he got something cooked up. I'm very intrigued. What do you have, friend? What you got?
Yeah, so we'll set this up here. We got the East and the South. Right, we have like 1, 2, 3. We got 4 players on the East who are not robots. And on the South, we got what? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players who aren't robots. Actually 6. So stay close attention to your player. But no, what I wanted to do here was it's a rare opportunity.
By the way,
for us.
Real quick,
go ahead.
Sorry, just because McCringleberry's name is so long, McCringleberry's also a bot.
Yes, I knew that. Yep, yep, yep.
So technically 5-5.
Okay, 5-5. Okay, I miscounted.
You're good.
Cool. Oh,
What you got?
it's
What you
even.
got?
Yeah, so it's not very often here that in the Prospect League we have the chance to interview a World Series champion,
Oh no.
and that would be you, who came in clutch. I can't remember exactly which game it was. It might have been, was it game 5 or game 6? You came in for multiple innings.
Game 5.
There we go. See, I knew it was one of those. So I guess I'm here. We'll interview you at least for a portion of this game, to give everybody inspiration out there and prospects on how they can build themselves to be a World Series champion like you. So I guess the first question was like, what really were the goals for the Toros this year? Was really the World Series your target?
Damn, chat is rough tonight. No inspiration. Just, well, man,
No
if
inspiration.
if
What?
if only I was a hitter. Let me first be. I even joked with Enoch because this is a running joke in last year's prospect league or last season's prospect league stream. My player always did terrible in the playoffs. Even in the minors, I did. Like in the minors, I won. Oh, he got him. Oh, he got him.
Oh, you got greedy there.
Wow. Don't see that very often in prospect league. But my player was terrible. It literally in the last or in the 3 seasons that I've been in the majors. Um, this was the third straight playoffs, which I mean, granted, not a lot of players can say that either. And I'm very grateful for that. But after seeing my player end our season 2 years in a row, I ain't gonna lie, it felt very good to have a really great playoffs this time around. At least for my player, especially in that game 5, as you were referencing to, I struck out the side in the eighth to help us preserve the lead. So that was very satisfying to see. Um, but I mean, overall, it's such a testament to Twitchy and Sarah for the team that they put together. I like we were very pitching oriented, and a lot of people knew that going in. Not only this season, but even last season. Considering we have myself, Wayne Wheeler, Nova Montaigne, and the last 2 seasons, not this season, of course, because he had to move on to San Antonio, but Johnny Quest. But we do bring back Matt Stroh, who is, I believe, in the running for pitcher of the year. I'm not a voter. That's just my opinion. My somewhat biased opinion. But not only that, but we had some great hitters. We have some great hitters on the team. Um, Obviously the GOAT. I would be remiss if I don't say hitters. I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up the absolutely legendary and lovely LBG, who is John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Just straight up raked in the World Series. Very well deserved series MVP. Um, but it feels great. I know not a lot of people say that they come out and get a ring. I know LBG has waited forever. Like this is LBG's first ring, so there is a chance for that to happen. But to get that monkey off the back, so to speak, is really great. I look forward to this upcoming season. See if we can run it back. Be interesting to see what happens. I mean, we got more friends coming in. Yourself, we have Yosh coming up as well. And also, oh, I know his username, but I don't remember his player's name, which is terrible of me. But we got 3 people coming up, so next season's gonna be exciting. It was a fun weekend all around. And also shout out to um, also I really want to point out Twitchy, especially just because it was Twitchy that really fought to have me drafted to be a Toro. So it's nice to win a ring, especially with somebody like Twitchy.
Yeah, no, that's good. Um, I mean, you
I
mentioned a
stole
lot there.
I stole all your questions, didn't I?
Probably, probably. So I'm thinking on the fly here.
Meanwhile, that
Oh,
is
did we just have
gone.
a 3-run jack? A 3-1 jack from Lightning McQueen. 6-0
I
East.
believe that's two home. I mean, I wasn't keeping track. I believe it's 2 home runs.
Oh, maybe. We'll have to look. Yeah,
Because I believe the one that we did have one in the third, did we not?
maybe. There's at least one, right? So the 1.5 is looking good. I don't know. Maybe in chat can tell me if we hit the 1.5 already. I bet the over.
I did
So
not
I
bet.
hope that's
I
true.
can't bet. So
That's true. Yeah, well, that's true. You can't. Anybody in
unless
chat?
Attica's in chat. Attica, are you here to hang out or are you here to mod? Because I know sometimes you watch on your phone. So oh gosh, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that, sir. I know what you're trying to do. We're not doing that. Chose the wrong stream.
Yeah, no. So we'll wait for maybe him to reply. But yeah, no, you made some great points, right? The Toros had a great 1-2 punch in pitching with Stroh and Johnny Quest, and then Jacob Jingleheimer Smith was absolutely just hitting the cover off the baseball in that series, and then the bullpen, which included you, did a really great job for the Toros in their first World Series in what, like, is 15 seasons or more than that?
Now it's over. That is gone. Hector
There we go.
Roca.
Nice.
Dinger time.
The over hits, which is good because that's what I bet on. So I am pleased.
So the value bet does not win. I do
Not
want to
right
point
now.
out you did mention the bullpen. I do want to point out we also had a great outing by Negs in relief out of the pen for us. That is gone.
Oh man,
Robert,
we could have made this a 3.5 over, and it would have hit.
2 home runs in the inning for the South puts them on the board. Is McFish a DH?
He is right now, but that could be, I don't know. In the Prospect League, what do we have, like, rest on? It might be a rotating type of DH type of deal. I don't know.
I think it's because it was
Chocolate.
Yeah, I will get that switched out. That should not be.
Yeah,
correct.
Goldzilla's talking about these waffles that he made. He made a waffle grilled cheese type of thing.
By the way, you're good at it. I was just curious.
And now he's saying that they were chocolate chip waffles with cheese in the middle. Which I don't know. I mean, I guess you'd have to try it. I mean, maybe a little salty and sweet type of action.
Oh,
going on
leftovers. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that actually sounds really good.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it might be good if you had like some chocolate chip waffles with the right type of cheese, right? Maybe something a little on the salty side. It actually says, "Are you pregnant?"
Listen, you know what?
That's funny.
I know we were supposed to be interviewing me about Cancun, but I just want to point this out because a lot of people, I tell people this, and they tell me this to give me the same thing. But
we're good.
When I lived in Arizona, I don't know if it's a Southwest thing or whatnot, but I know when I tried it in Arizona, my best friend and his family were like, it's just not a lot of people know about this, but basically you just get strawberries. Just strawberries that you get in the produce aisle, not frozen strawberries, fresh strawberries. Then what you do is you dip it in sour cream, and then you dip it in brown sugar. So it's brown sugar, sour cream, strawberry. Tastes really good. Tangy and sweet. So and also I would like to, we're talking about fans of other sports, as Leon Riston is on base. I thought I heard a horn in the background. I was looking up. I was like, is that a home run? But Salzburg's going to hit it to the corner. It's going to score a run. That's a triple. So the South trying to claw their way back, but if you want to talk about weird food combinations, because I'm a racing fan and I'm a all time I'm a part of Junior Nation. If you're a racing fan, you know what I'm talking about. And I guess it's a thing in North Carolina, but they do banana, like they get a banana, just cut up a banana. It's banana and mayo sandwiches.
Oh yes, I've heard of this.
Um,
Disgusting.
just
It's got to be.
I love bananas. I hate mayonnaise. I saw that and I was just like, bleh.
Now we got some interesting stuff in the chat now.
Um, Pineapple,
Attica.
banana, ham, and curry powder.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Yes, I can see how that works.
As long as you don't call it Hawaiian pizza, we're good. I have heard of mayo in coffee. So I put butter in my coffee.
Yeah, I've heard of butter coffees. Pretty decent. It's
I've
Vietnamese
put butter in coffee.
is what they call that.
And I recommend that. Your doctor wouldn't, but I do.
Now, this has gone interesting. Yeah, and Bailey says earlier, this is not the food channel I want.
You know, I came into this stream hungry, and I was like, let's not talk about food. So here we are.
Blame Slamdall.
Interestingly enough, we have an interesting game. Oh, that's gone too. That's a 3-run shot. Boom!
Holy crap! This game's at 14 runs on 14 hits.
So we got 2 touchdowns and a field goal currently.
Holy, it's
Meanwhile, on the out-of-town scoreboard, we have a touchdown with a 2-point conversion versus a touchdown.
All right. Bailey's reverse track says,
this is really Monday Night Football now.
Yeah. Bailey says, I got an RBI. Let's keep talking about food.
Oh, that's right. Right. I forgot about that.
There we go.
I forgot that was a football player that with the mayo and the coffee. I forgot about that. And that was a dare too. It was a dare, and he tried it, and he was like, you know what, this actually isn't that bad. I forgot about that. Tying run, meanwhile, on the out-of-town scoreboard for the West. Stay tuned. As catching left. Aria Harper with the web gem. You got I stole like 3 innings from you talking about food. I don't know if you have any more questions. I'm a terrible person to be interviewed.
No, it's good. No, it's spontaneous is always good. This is all genuine talk here. Oh, you covered most of the stuff. Yeah, I just want to say congratulations, and also congratulations to the Lemurs in the minor league for their championship. That series went 7 games, where I think the majors only went 6. So 2 really good contested scenes, and we got a runner nailed. Don't make the third out at home.
Why is
I guess it doesn't
trying
matter
to be greedy?
If you're up 14-3, I guess it don't really matter much.
See, this is like the perfect time for OTP to bring out the brawl animation. Trying to score in a 14-3 game. Dang.
How many rounds in the minors draft?
So
is it 3, or is it until everybody passes?
So currently we have, I believe, 25, if I'm not mistaken. 25 or 26, somewhere in that range. We have 10 teams in the minor league. Minor league, so we basically have 2.5 currently at the moment. As this game is over, 14-3 is your final. East will get the win. Kadraru 4 for 5 with 4 runs scored. Aria Harper 1 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored. I McFish getting a run scored and a walk. Dazing 1 for 4 with a run scored. For the South, Tiger Dawson going 1 for 4. Leon Riston 1 for 4 with a run scored. Southworth 1 for 4 with an RBI. Hector Roca 1 for 2 RBI. runs scored on the home run. Taking a look at the pitching, Jack Nitro will get the win, Rodriguez the loss, Cod Ruru tying Prospect League regular season game record for runs with 4, and then Lucas Jameson tying it in hits with 5, as Jameson is your player of the game. And it's going to be a 9-7 win for the North. Taking a look at the box score for the West, Slamdolf 1 for 4, Ted Johnless 1 for 4 with a solo home run, Hartman getting a walk and scoring a run. For the North, Shrimp McDaniel 1 for 3 with a run scored and a walk, Scotty Sterling 0 for 2 with a ribby, and then Winton 2 for 4 with a grand slam. A grand slam in the 5th for Winton, going 2 for 4. And Wellerman also hitting a home run, going 1 for 4. Bakugo will get the win, Solo the loss, Hash Yater will get the save. Yes, this is Monday Night Football. I mean, we had 14-3. We got 3 field goals and a touchdown. I mean, this is just Monday Night Football masquerading as Prospect League. You didn't get the memo. Both games could have been a football score. People would have believed you. Let's go ahead and finish the day. We got some quick sim day, or actually, I'm sorry, not quick. We have another stream game here. We have the West and the North. So let's go ahead and pull this up. Let's do this. Let's do for prediction, just so we can kind of get into it. I think we'll do the other play-by-play for the game that we don't know what we're going to stream, just to make it more fun. So, think we'll get into I think we'll do play-by-play in the next one. But let's see about for this one. We're gonna do this just so the prediction can kind of roll in to it. We're gonna do a who scores last. Who scores last will be what our prediction is. We'll set that for 5 minutes. That way it gives you all a chance there. Oh, dang it again. Errors 1. We'll do errors 1.5 in the last game. We'll do errors 1.5 in the last game. Because that's a good one too. A lot can happen with that. Always got to go the over. Even though there's no over in this one. But who scores last? The West or the North is your prediction. And then after this game, we will have 3 quick sim days, and that will take us to the last day of the stream, which is the game that we don't know necessarily which one we're going to do yet. We'll let you all have a say in on that. Somebody threw in some big points into the North scoring last. Ooh, and somebody going devilish. Somebody be going devilish on the West. And also, thank you, Chad. I'm hungry now. I mean, I was hungry, but now I'm like hungry.
Already blame Slamdolf for his monstrosity that was a grilled cheese with a chocolate chip waffle as the breading.
If I could be a pokey, I mean, yes, we could do a continuation of Ask the Booth. Because I mean, we don't get to load an index, so we don't even have time to do that. So, we could continue Ask the Booth as well. If I could be a Pokemon, I don't. Ooh, man, that's tough. See, I'd be a Snorlax. Snorlax. My only job is to lay around, sleep. I feel like I would, and I'm a pretty chill guy, so I feel like I blend right into that. Works out for me, and I'm a bigger guy, so I can go into that role real good. Do you have a Pokemon in mind, um, Chadwick?
To be honest, this may shock a lot of people, but it's good for me, in my opinion. I can't even name one. I know nothing about Pokemon, so
Let's get into this
except for
one.
Pikachu, I guess. I mean Pikachu, right? Everybody knows Pikachu.
Who scores last
Other
is your prediction. So you do have time to watch the game a little bit, do a little prediction if you like. Also now I want a Baja Blast. Thank you, chat. I'm hungry and now I want a Baja Blast.
someone,
Third world problem or first world problems.
somebody is recommending to me Charizard. Is that
Oh,
a
because
Pokemon?
of the because of the Firehawks.
Maybe.
Get some.
Sounds kind
Oh,
of cool.
so this is going to be unpopular opinion. This is going to be especially considering from Hawaii, and that's like part of the world where boba is really popular. But unpopular opinion, I'm not a fan of boba. Like I'm not a fan of the tapioca on the bottom. And that's weird because I love tapioca pudding. Tapioca pudding tastes good. But there's just something about the boba, the bottom, like the tapioca balls for boba. I'm just not a fan. Um, so I will. You can have my boba, Betty. You can have my boba. How's that sound? Oh, then that's not boba. I don't even know what you would call that. I don't know what you would it still be considered boba if it didn't have it in there?
I think it's gotta have it.
It's a bit. Oh yes, portable pudding. Yeah, see, but tapioca pudding and tapioca balls are two different things. Unfortunately, like yeah, those are two different things. But yeah, we're doing more Ask the Booth for this game. Or chat, or I mean, heck, chat would keep asking me questions. Mixed. Okay, wait, when we say mixed juice, we're talking like fruit punch, or is that what we're calling boba? If there's no tapioca in it.
I don't know. I'm just saying. Attica wants to unfriend me, presumably because I don't know about Pokemon.
So, um, I don't know why you would unfriend him. You are the robot overlord. You could just take him out.
Yeah, delete me from the server. It'd be a little harsh.
Just one push of the button. Poof. Meanwhile, both. Well, I was about to say both games are quiet, and then I see the East have gotten a run on the board in the top of the third. Oh, not knowing Charizard exists. Ooh. That's a good question. That's a great question, actually. You want to take a stab at it first?
Yeah, let me look at the logos really quick. I mean, I know them, right? But I just want to. Let me just take a look here. Let's look at the minors first. Let's look at the minors first.
That's tough. I'm gonna have to think on that one.
They don't have logos there. I guess you have to open them up. I mean, yeah, that's okay. Let's look here.
So I'll take care. I'll do major leagues. He can do the since he's looking at minor leagues.
Yeah.
Man, you got me thinking on that one. Oh yes, I definitely want to hear worst. Oh, so I'm one step. So basically, Mysterious Fish for the affiliate. There is a way where you could do it, but the opportunity is not there yet. You have to wait till regular season. Once there is PT1. PT1 has not come out yet. That comes out opening week. So not next week, but the week after that, because next week is spring training. PBE Oh, you meant PBE logos. Got it.
Yeah, that's what
Oh
I knew that's what
gosh.
he meant.
Oh, I thought we were talking about actual. Oh.
Yeah, that'd be never ending. There's so many.
I was over here
Yeah.
sitting like, oh, now I'm gonna have. Yeah, no, I don't have to look. I can just think about it.
I've got an answer already.
Go for it. Go for it.
Yeah, so minor leagues. I do like the blend of like modern and actually this would be a I'm pretty sure this was a championship week question a
I believe
season or two
so. I
ago.
know. I know some people have done media on it as
Yeah.
well.
It was one of the media prompts was, "Hey, tell me what your favorite logo is." And for me, for the minor leagues, is bar none, it is the flamingos because it's got a modern twist on it, but it's also got that touch of retro. It's the best blend of then and now, and I like it, and I like the pink.
So
There's no pink, right? Because there's no major sports team that has pink as a major color. If I'm right, I can't think of one. I'm thinking, no, nobody has pink as like even as a secondary color, really. Well, Inter Miami. Well, again, we've already been over this. MLS is not real,
oh, um,
which I know some people
I'm gonna stay out of that.
maybe get really upset about, but we're not considering MLS. But they do have pink in their logo. That's true. Inter Miami does. That is a fact. But in terms of a major sport in this country, no. And the only other team like worldwide in Europe, there is a team who has pink. Who is the pink team in Europe? Hold on. I think it's in I want to say it's an Italian side.
Well, while he's looking that up, I have my answer for the major leagues. At least I think I do. So I'm supposed to not be biased. I can't. I mean, I love our branding because when you say logo, I think more of branding. It's not just a logo. Like it's supposed to be like a brand, like what the team kind of stands for. I guess, in lack of a better word. Um, Now, I give this team such a hard time, and it's because they're in our division, and I pitched terribly against them, except for in the playoffs this year. But I do love Lunar Base's logo. I'm a fan of dark colors. Their logo looks really professional, in my opinion, as well. But if I could be biased, I'd pick my own team. But I don't want people to think I'm being biased. That was a great question, though. I appreciated that. Minor leagues, I love our branding too, but for the Swifties, um, I can't not be biased in that. But yeah, did you figure out the other pink team?
I think I have it. Yeah, it is an Italian side. It's Palermo in the
Ah,
Italian league. And I don't know if they're first division anymore. They were for a while. They got relegated. They had some problems. I'll look it up here, but they have pink as a primary color.
if I was playing Football Manager, I would know.
Let me see where Palermo is these days. I think they're back in the first division. Let's see here. Palermo FC.
Oh, that's over the head. Tying. We got ourselves an interesting one here, though. Tying run at second base. That's a walk on 4 pitches. So the tying run in scoring position, the leading run is at first base, and that's a walk. So the bases are going to be loaded with 1 out, top of the order for Woofington. And that's a walk. Walked in a run.
No.
So we are tied at 2. And now
West,
Brandon's on.
It's a pink team.
Oh, that's going to be caught. Again. That's going to be caught. Jose now with 2 outs. And that is going to be caught. So we are tied as we get to stretch time. I think we may finish it. I'll go ahead and finish this one out because this is a very interesting affair here. Sure. As Professor Farnsworth is on the mound, Barclay is going to lead off with a base hit up the middle. Top of the order for the North, it's McDaniel. There's one. Oh no, not one. Bobble, fumble, bumble. So first and second with no outs. for Scotty Sterling, who pops it up in the infield for the first out. France Jr. to center field. That's caught. So 2 outs for Zielinski. Base hit up the middle. Runner heading home. Throw to plate is no, the catcher missed it. The run's going to score. It could have been in time. Gets by the catcher. Runners at second and third. 2 outs as the North retakes the lead. Fly ball center field. Oh, right at the wall. Deepest part of the park. But the North strikes back. They lead it 3-2 as we head to the 8th, and Ted Jonalis leading off. And that is caught on the run to center field for out number 1. Ground ball by Slamdolf, 2-way. Ground ball off the bat is Shabadoo, and it retires to the side as we head to the bottom of the 8th. 3-2 in favor of the North. Now Stanley Bloom leading off here in the bottom of the 8th for the North. Fly ball right field. 1 out. Brings up Winton. And that's into the gap in right center. That's going to be extra bases. A double for Winton. Brings up Bradley Wellerman, who's going to be intentionally walked. You don't see that very often in Prospect League. Getting intentionally walked. For Barclay, who's going to make him pay with a base hit to left, but they're going to hold the runner at third. So bases loaded, 1 out for McDaniel. Fly ball center field. This may be deep enough. Throw is not going to be there as it's now 4-2 on the sac fly by McDaniel. Runners at first and second for Scotty Sterling. Face beware of strikes. Ground ball over to first in time. North gets a big insurance run. They lead 4-2. We head to the 9th, and it's going to be Zach Hartman to lead it off. And that is going to be a base hit to left, so the tying run will come to the plate for the West in Ash Ketchum. Caught looking, strike 3. 1 out, runner at first for Jethro Gibbs. Ground ball, there's 1. They get the double play, and this game is over. Around the horn, 5-4-3 to end it. 4-2. The final. North will get the win. Taking a look at the box score. Woofington going 0-for-3 with a walk and a ribby. Grand Slamdolf 1-for-4 with an RBI. Zach Hartman 2-for-4 with a run score. One of those hits being a double. For the North, Scotty Sterling 1-for-5 with a run scored. Winton 1-for-3 with a run scored. Wellerman 1-for-3 with a walk. For the pitching, Whiplash will get the win. Farnsworth the loss. Luther McIntosh will get the player of the game nod. As we take a look at the other game on the schedule, it was East and the South, a 3-1 win for the East. Codruru going 1-for-4 with a run scored. And then I McFish 1-for-3 with a double, a run scored. Dazen Giel 1-for-3 with a run scored. For the South, Riston 1-for-4 with a double. Southworth 2-for-3. And then as far as the pitching goes, Pitt will get the win, Sterling the loss. And Scott Sterling tied the Prospect League regular season game record with strikeouts with 12. Oh,
that's a lot.
I'm surprised we haven't had. We don't see very many double-digit strikeout games in Prospect League now that I think about it. But let's go ahead and save. We have 3 quick sim days to get through here. What I will do before we go through the quick sim days, just to give you all a chance, I'm going to leave this on the screen for a minute. I did promise you all that we would have a 5th game and that we didn't know what game we were going to stream. So the day that you see on the screen is the final day of our stream tonight. Those are the 2 matchups. I am going to put up a poll if I can find the button. It's on here somewhere. Oh wait, hang on, I gotta add it, don't I? Hang on. Or
1 second, please. As
yes, un momento.
nasbase gets this going, I will vamp. So of course he's going to put up a poll here, folks, and you're going to have your
If
choice.
if I can find it.
When the poll goes live, and it will, he'll figure it out. I have faith in him. You'll be able to vote north versus south or east versus west. What will be the final
payout?
We got a payout first. Maybe that's what's
right.
stopping you. There we go.
Actually, hang on. North scored last, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, we don't know. We weren't paying attention. Let's see.
Yep, North scored last.
They did. There we go. And I think that's what I voted on. So I think I won some more points. Let's go. Modest, of course, because I want to preserve my 3 million.
Yeah,
Ooh, I won a 300 whole points on that.
He's actually probably just telling me that just to pay it out.
Woo.
Well,
me no.
I'm over here thinking I could be smart and
find the poll. Where's the poll?
But I don't think I can actually.
Really? Okay, let me look here. Can I figure this out, perhaps? I have to hit this button here. Yeah, here we go. Come on. No, don't do that. It's not wanting me. It's not letting me switch the view. Oh, there we go. Now it's coming. Let me see if I can figure this out. Let's see here.
Well, that's going on. So this is the matchups that we see on the screen here. Also, we'll take a look at even though we still have some games to simulate through here, we have 3 quick sim days before that day, but just to give you all a glimpse of the current standings as we are heading to the final final handful of games before we do the playoff stream at a day to be announced before the end of the stream. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah, so we're trying to find the poll. So I stream on my own channel, and I know where it is on my own. But when you're in a mod view and you're not the streamer per se, it's a bit of a different view than whereas you're the streamer. So I think we may have to call an audible on that and do something. Try to do something else potentially.
Yeah, it says you have to be in some type of creator dashboard to make a poll.
So that stinks.
I don't think we have that here,
and I don't want you all wagering points on it either. I have a feeling our mod head would not be happy with.
Where's the poll, Lebowski?
Let's get to these quick sim days. I think I know what we could do for that final day. Actually, let's go ahead and save first. All right. So we have East versus the West. East is going to get the win 4-2. Kadru going 3 for 5 with 2 runs scored, a double, and a 2-run home run. And then we have I McFish going 2 for 4 with another double and a run scored. Dazen Giel 1 for 4 with a double and a run scored. For the West, Tedford Woofington going 1 for 3 with a run scored. Grand Slamdolf 1 for 4. And then Zach Hartman 2 for 3 with a run scored. For the pitching, Magnus Peters will get the win. Moscow Washburn the loss. Mikey Weiser will get the save. Kadru is your player of the game. The matchup options, yes, I can go back. Unless you found it, wonderful mod head. It is north, south, east, west. Unless the wonderful mod, Attica is like one of the best mods, not only on the PBE channel, but my personal channel. So Attica is very smart with Twitch. So I bet you, hey, you did find it. Hey, thank you. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
He's going to have to teach us.
Thank you for rocking my world tonight on a Monday. Poll is up. North versus South, East versus West. Make your voice be heard. If it is a tie, I have a backup on how we can break the tie, so don't worry. But let's go ahead and go back to our quick sim days. We have North and South for this other quick sim game. And it's going to be the South with runs in the 6th, 7th, and 8th to get the win 5-2. Trent McDaniel 3 for 5 with an RBI. Scotty Sterling 1 for 5. And then Bradley Wellerman 1 for 4 with for the North. And then McDaniel getting a stolen base. For the South, Tiger Dawson 1 for 5 with an RBI. Cassius Catch 1 for 5. Leon Riston 0 for 3, but got a run scored. Southworth 3 for 4 with a double, a run scored, and an RBI. Hector Roca 4 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored, and also a double. Reynolds will get the win. Mitchell the loss. Reed will get the hold, and Smith will get the save. Hector Roca, player of the game. Head on into the next quick sim day. We have East versus the West, North, and the South. Let's see the East and the West. A combined 4-hitter for the West pitching. All 3 runs in the bottom of the 3rd. It's a 3-0 final. Actually, it was all in 1 hit, too. Ted Johnless, a bases clearing double. Taking a look at the box score for the East, Kyle Ruru going 1 for 4. Aria Harper 0 for 2 with a walk. Dazan Gill 1 for 3 for the West. Woofington 1 for 3 with a run scored and a walk. Johnless 2 for 4 with that 3-run homer. For the pitching, Duke Silver will get the win, Tipton the loss. Farnsworth will get their first save of Prospect League, and Duke Silver, player of the game. Now we have the North facing the South. That is a crazy split. Sorry, I got distracted. North are 21-22 on the season, but they are 6-13 on the road. That is an evil home road split right there. And it's going to be the South winning 3-2. 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th. A 2-run homer by Gordon proving to be the difference. Trent McDaniel for the North going 2 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Winton 1 for 3 with a walk. For the South, Leon Riston 1 for 4, Hector Roca 1 for 3, and Southworth 1 for 2. Cranepool will get the win. Yater the loss. Woe Millis is your player of the game. Go ahead and save that. And then our final quick sim day is a travel day. So let's go ahead and head on over to the day, this particular day. Let's take a look at our poll. And I will give you all another minute on that poll. It's 3-2.
Vote. There's 33 of you here. We got 5 votes.
It's 3-2 right now in favor.
Oh,
it's now 3-3. It's tied.
Let's go. Come on.
So it is tied.
Vote
These
now,
are
vote
your
often.
matchups. For full disclosure, we've watched every single team twice in the first 4 games that we've watched. Unfortunately, this is not a prediction, Fetty. So if it were to be tied, you wouldn't get anything. But these are your matchups on the screen here. North and South, East and West. I'm going to give it, actually, you know what? I'm going to give it the length of however long it takes for me to pull up the backup plan in case it really does end up being a tie.
You got a coin to flip?
Kind of. Not necessarily a coin. But...
Come on, people. 6 votes.
Oh, or was it timed? I didn't even
just
see a timer. It closed as a tie. So I guess it's been, the decision has been made for me to do this tiebreaker.
Currently, you get 50 points to vote in the poll. We
Do
should
you
have.
really?
Yeah, it just gave me 50 points for
Oh,
voting.
all right. Let me switch my screen. Wait,
Here we go. Oh, do we have like
oh,
a virtual dice or a
I don't
virtual
have it.
coin?
Hang on, I'll have to set it up. I don't have it set up on this
All right.
particular
We're gonna watch like
OBS.
a virtual horse race.
Oh, I can't. Really? It's a different profile. Really? I'll do that. The magic of live TV. Oh, two.
Yeah, you don't have to do your homework. Homework
Well,
for chumps.
I do not condone. Um, stay in school, kids. Stay in school.
Well, I didn't say drop out of school. I just said, you don't have to do your homework.
Oh, why is that? Okay, fine. I'll try something else. Hang on.
All right, here we go. So I'm very interested. Let's see. The homework would take me like 10
There
minutes.
we go.
Yeah, that's too much work. Exactly.
There we go.
10 minutes of your
Problem
time you'll never
solved.
get back. Okay.
We spin in a wheel.
Ooh, Nas has got it.
We have
The
northwest,
wheel.
south, and east. Whichever team we land on, wherever game that is, that's what we're doing. This is about the only other fair way I could do it. So if you're mad at me, be mad at the wheel.
The wheel of destiny.
East. So whoever the East is playing.
And Attica wants to delete me still. So
Yeah, well, listen.
I don't know.
He is the robot overlord, so you're gonna have to listen to. East and West is our final game of stream.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's talking about he sees the spreadsheet. Which spreadsheet? And no, that's the Prospect League sheet. So that's for me to. That's for our wonderful back of the behind the scenes, like our friends like T Destroyer and LP who take care of the file. It is a pretty wheel of names.
Ooh.
But we're gonna do a really quick prediction, because I know we got kind of held up on that poll there. So we will do. I know I saw it suggested, and I thought that was great. So we're gonna do over under total errors in the game. It's what we're gonna do. Shout out to Daedalus for recommending or for suggesting this one. I like it. I know it's one of the predictions we sometimes do for the mod team as well. But yeah, we're gonna do over under 1.5 total errors in the game. We'll do some play by play on this one. But give y'all a chance to wager some points. Or if you're like Fetty, always bet the over. And also, I'd love to know how we delete Chadwick. Like, what do we do? Like, what's the like? Is it a button? Is it a spell? Like, do we need to like summon something? Like, should we like have a separate stream?
It would have
Like,
to be a pretty powerful Caco demon, I'm guessing. Pretty powerful.
yeah, we'll give you all an opportunity to wager some points. I'm not gonna wait till the very end. I'll since y'all have some opportunity to wager points. I've been hinting about this all stream, um, or most of the stream. So upcoming schedule. So there will be no stream tomorrow. Um, so there'll be no stream tomorrow, as far as I'm aware of, unless there's a last minute like throw in a tahini, but I doubt it. Um, so our next stream will be Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. I believe you signed up to be my co-host again that night, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I will be here.
So it'll be us two in the booth for you again on the road to the playoffs, a playoff race for the Prospect League. That leaves us with Prospect League playoffs, which I'll talk about that in a moment. We do have the Major League draft with AJ on Friday night. Usually it's Thursday night, but it's going to be Friday night. Um, in fact, actually, I should probably have the sheet in front of me as I'm saying this. I believe there is a time. Y'all, Daedalus is making fun of me for sheets, different sheets that I got pulled up here. We live on Google Sheets. 7 p.m. Eastern on Friday will be the Major League draft with AJ. Then we have the minor league draft. All you wonderful prospects get to know where you're going, where your new home is. On Saturday night at 7 p.m. Eastern with myself, and we should have a few PBE GMs. That leads us to Prospect League playoffs. When are we going to do Prospect League playoffs? Well, we're doing. I mean, it's not historical because I believe we've had streams on this day before, from what I've been told. Not since I've been around. This is my first time. I still haven't been in the PB for a year, so this is my first time. But we will be doing. This is a threat. Oh gosh, now we're threatening people. This is rough.
Man,
Um, this is rough.
somebody woke up and chose violence.
I mean, Mysterious Fish will be happy with me, at least hopefully. We will be doing the Prospect League playoffs on, you guessed it, Thanksgiving. We'll be having a Thanksgiving Day PBE stream. We'll be doing. I will be. It's gonna be me. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna have people in the booth, so stay tuned. I may not be alone. Nothing's set in stone in that regard. So we will be streaming on Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, and I highlight day. We're not doing Thursday night. If I didn't work tomorrow, then maybe, but we'll be doing it at 1 p.m. Eastern, so noon Central. Will be when we do the Prospect League playoffs on Thanksgiving Day. So hopefully y'all will join us. It'll be myself and hopefully other people. But we'll see. But that's what we got coming up. I'm gonna assume Tahini is sometime next week. Stay tuned with the game day for whenever Hummus announces that, as that is his baby. Nobody gonna take it away from him. But with that being said, that prediction's I'm just gonna let that prediction run out. It's got like 20 seconds left on it. And so great question. So the Tahini will not have any of the draftees on it. The reason for that is because so it's a separate file first and foremost. And what I mean by that is basically Hummus does take, I believe, I don't remember which file Hummus takes. But he puts it in, he does it on 24 as well. I should point that out. He does it on 24, OTP 24. So he's not going to have all of you all, because you all are being slowly put into the file. Like I know some people were put in today, and you guys will see that as the week goes on. There's just a lot of work in the offseason. Also, I do want to, because a question was asked earlier, and I wanted to bring it up too, about like earning TP like this week. There's not a lot of earning opportunity for this week for TPE, just because of the fact that it is off season, so a lot of people are busy. So there's not really there is obviously the activity check, and then since it is a new season, you all can actually go in and purchase $500,000 weekly training as well. And if you really want to, you can also purchase your rookie equipment if you wanted to once a season. The off-season week's a little bit slow. Next week, spring training, there will be a spring training thing that you can do to earn some TPE on top of activity check, and obviously weekly training. But with that being said, You want to do first four again? Or first half? I take us home.
Sounds great.
Because that prediction did end East and West. Final game of tonight's Prospect League stream. Let's get it.
All right. The Wheel of Destiny has given us East versus West. And Raru will lead off against Italian Solo, who we seen pitch earlier tonight. And he's going to get a leadoff ground out to get the first out. He's going to do it again. 2 6-3 putouts as Jameson goes down. And then now Mantle, the Mitchie variety, is going to fly out on a line drive to first base. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Italian Solo. I'll bring up Wolfington Jr. as the leadoff hitter for the West. He's going to draw a walk. 1 on, no outs for Zahn against Jack Nitro, and Zahn is going to fly out to right. And now we'll bring up the infamous Jose, who's striking out. And then, I had this earlier. Giannis strikes out. How do you pronounce that again?
Jonalis.
Jonalis. That's not hard. Jonalis.
It's Greek.
Yeah. I knew it was Greek. I'm just like, what the heck's going on? McQueen. So they're going to step in, and he's going to fly out to shallow center. Now bring up Harper. A new player is already cold, unfortunately, and striking out. And then now, Boog Barrow is going to strike out. And that's a good inning for Italian Solo, the left-hander. We have no runs through an inning and a half. Can Grand Slamdolph change that? Slamdolph is going to get a base hit. And now I'll bring up Shabadoo. Nitro strikes out Shabadoo. And now the third baseman, Hartman, will try to get some swings in here. Going to get a base hit to center. The runner will not advance, but first and second for Ketchum now. Ketchum is going to get a base hit. It's going to drive in a run. Yes. RBI single went in for the West. Now bring up the 9-hitter, Jethro Gibbs. He's going to get a base hit, and that should drive in another run. Oh, maybe not. He nailed at the plate. What a great throw from the left fielder, Harper. Harper's going to snag that ball as well, and that's going to end the inning. It's 1-0 West, but Harper throws out the potential second run. So keep mark of that if this becomes a 1-run game. Duckley, the center fielder, will now fly out against Solo. And now Guile, the right fielder, is going to ground out to third base. Now bringing the top of the order. Oh no, that was what's going on. I got ahead by one. I did. Sorry about that. McFish grounded out, and then Guile grounds out as well. That's 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the third with the Zahn. He's going to fly out there to the first baseman. Jose steps back in. He's going to draw a walk, and that'll bring up Jonalis, which I said correctly. Mini A's. He's going to strike out. Now bring up Slamdolph. 2 outs, 1 on for Slamdolph, who's going to draw a walk. And now Nitro will face Shabadoo. Shabadoo's going to ground out to the pitcher. Oh no! Did he beat it? He beat it. Bases loaded for Hartman now. Hartman's going to make him pay with a ball into the gap, down the line. He's going to drive in 2. The West now take a 3-0 lead. And now bring up Ketchum. It's going to drop one in. That's going to score 2. It's going to hold it first, but it's 5-0 in favor of the West on 7 hits. And now Jethro Gibbs is going to step in. He's going to watch Ketchum get nailed at second, trying to steal. That's the third out at second base there on the steal, but 4 runs for the West. And now the East has some work to do with Baru leading off. It's going to get a base hit. It's going to turn into a double as it gets to the wall. Runner at second for Jameson will move the runner over with a ground ball. Runner at third for Mantle. Mantle's going to drop a base hit in. It's now 5-1 in favor of the West. Lightning McQueen is now going to ground into a inning double play. And the East is only able to get one run, but at least they're on the board. Down 4 now. As the West will have Gibbs leading off. Gibbs is going to fly out to left field. Nitro now face Wolfington Jr. Nitro's going to strike him out. And now leave it up to Zahn, who is the team leader for the West in home runs with 12. He's going to get a ball down the line. It's going to go to the wall, and he's going to turn it into a double. So can Jose drive in a runner with 2 outs? No, he's going to foul out, it looks like. And the score remains 5-1 in favor of the West. This top half of this game has flown by. We're going to go to the top of the 5th with Harper. Made a great play. Throwing out a runner at home earlier in the game. Gets a base hit. Bring up Barrow with 1 out. He's going to bunt. Okay, down 5-1 in bunting. Don't know about that, but whatever. Duckley is going to fly out to center. Nice sliding catch. And McFish is going to get robbed by the second baseman. Ketchum makes a nice play. It's 5-1. Favor the West. Go to the bottom of 5th. Here's nasbase.
Web gems, and web gems. As Journalists will swing and miss, start off the bottom of the 5th. There's some craziness going on in that out of town scoreboard right about now. Grand Slam Dolph base hit to left. So 1 out base runner on for Shabadoo. Fly ball left field, but not deep enough. 2 away. Ground ball off the bat of Hartman. They get the force at second. And the side is retired as we head to the 6th. 5-1 in favor of the West. As on the out-of-town scoreboard, North still has the bases loaded in that one, as Giel will swing and miss against Solo to start off the top of the 6th. Top of the order now for Kadwaru, as that is blooped, but it's going to be caught on the fringe and shallow left. 2 away for Jameson. Fly ball to left, and that is caught for out number 3. 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the 6th. It's 5-1 in favor of the West, and it's going to be Ash Ketchum leading off. Fly ball to left, caught in front of the warning track for out number 1. New pitcher on the mound, Ira Moore, facing Jethro Gibbs, who hits a gapper to right center. That's going to go all the way to the wall, and it's going to be a double for Jethro Gibbs. Top of the order for Wolfington. That's a base hit up the middle. That's going to score a run, and it's going to be 6. Oh, no, he got him. Oh, he got him at home. Never mind. Bang, bang play at home, and that's flown out to left, and the side is retired. The run will not score. Or actually, I believe it did score, didn't? No, it did not score. Yeah, 5-1 as we head to the 7th. And it's going to be Mitchie Mantle leading off with a walk. Start off the top of the 7th. And now Lightning McQueen swings and misses for strike 3, 1 away. Runner going, and he is out. 2 away. Harper base hit up the middle. Inning will continue on, bringing up Boog Barrow. Check swing, runner going, not in time, so stolen base for Harper. Base hit to right by Barrow will score Harper. Runner goes to second on the throw, RBI single for Boog Barrow. It's now 5-2 West. And Duckley is caught looking strike 3 as we head to stretch time. 5-2 in favor of the West. And to answer your question, Attica, yes, new creates. If you're in this Prospect League, whether you're a new creator or recreate, you're going to get some free stocks. Stay tuned on that next week. Next week, we should have some more info on that put out, as Journalists will hit a fly ball to center field for out number 2. Grand Slamdolph will swing and miss for strike 3, and the side is retired as we head to the 8th. 5-2 West. Meanwhile, out of town scoreboard, South have tied it up. It is 4-all heading to the 7th in that game as I. McFish will hit a grounder to the shortstop to start off the 8th, one away. Now, Dazen Giel, fly ball left center. Left fielder will make the catch on the run for the second out. Top of the order now for Cod Raru, who will hit a base hit opposite field. So a 2-out single for Raru will bring up Jameson. Base hit to the left center field gap. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Raru is going to be held up at third base, so it's going to be a double for Jameson. Runners at second and third for Mantle. Grounder to the third base side, and they'll get it over to first in time to keep the runs from scoring. So the East could not get any more runs. They couldn't cut into the deficit in the top of the 8th. We head to the bottom of the 8th, 5-2, as Shabadoo will hit it back to the pitcher for out number 1. Now Zach Hartman, base hit up the middle. That's going to be a 1-out single for Zach Hartman. Now Ash Ketchum with a runner aboard. That's a base hit up the middle. So runners at first and second with 1 out now for Jethro Gibbs facing a new pitcher in Justin Tucker, who will beam Gibbs and load the bases. As we go to the top of the order in Tedford Woofington Jr. Fly ball to right field. That's going to be deep enough to send the runner. And this time the runner will score. It is 6-2 West on the sac fly. Runners in the corners, 2 outs now for Brandon Zahn. Runner going, throw to second, not in time. So runners at second and third and 2 outs, as that's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and the side is retired. Final chance for the East as we head to the top of the 9th at 6-2 in favor of the West. It's going to be Lightning McQueen to lead off against Kylo Wren. And that's going to be a base hit to right. So McQueen leads off with a single. And now Aria Harper. Ground ball, there's 1. They're not going to turn 2. Fielder's choice, runner remains at first. And now Boog Barrow with a base hit to left. So runners at first and second, 1 out for Press Duckley. Fly ball left, that's caught by the left fielder, and the East are down to their final out. It's going to be I. McFish. Fly ball center field on the run, and they'll make the catch. And this game is over. 6-2. West will get the win thanks to a 4-run bottom of the 3rd. They will get the win against the East. Taking a look at the box score, Kadwaru 2 for 4 with a run scored. And then Aria Harper 2 for 4 with a run scored, as well as a stolen base. For the West, Tedford Woofington Jr. 1 for 3 with an RBI and a walk. And then Grand Slamdolph 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored. Zach Hartman 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored and 2 runs batted in. For the pitching, Solo will take the win, Nitro the loss. Kylo Wren will get the save. Talion Solo is your player of the game. I'm very curious to see how North and South went. When the game ended, I was looking at the out-of-town scoreboard. It was tied in the bottom of the 8th, but South had some runners on base. See who ended up winning. It was 6-2. Nope, I'm sorry, 5-4 in favor of the South. They did end up scoring a run in that bottom of the 8th. Taking a look at the box, Trip McDaniel 1 for 5. Scotty Sterling 1 for 3 with 2 runs batted in. Winton going 1 for 4 with an RBI, a run scored. For the South, Cassius Ketch 1 for 2 with 2 ribbies and a run scored. Riston 1 for 4, bringing in that winning run in the 8th. Southworth 1 for 3 with a ribby as well. For the pitching, Duke Smith will get the win. Scotty Stelling will take the loss. Cassius Ketch is your player of the game. Let's go ahead and save this real quick. Let's take a look at the standings. With 9 games left to play, and first to last is only separated by 4 games. We do not have a number 1 seed locked in. In fact, the West have been inching their way up. They've been last for about most of the first half of the season. But now they're only 2 games back of the East for the lead. Meanwhile, North and South, 2 games behind the West, tied for third there at 21 and 24. Let's take a look at the league leaders. Oh, yeah, and there was 0 errors. Thank you. I didn't even realize that. Did we really not have a single error in that game?
Correct.
Ah,
None.
let me go pay that out real quick before I forget again. So the unders do get it. So Fetty, what happened? What happened? I thought we're always supposed to bet over. Got that paid. Let's take a look at the hitting scoreboard for or hitting leaderboard, I should say first. Cod Ruru still leading there. Obviously, Colton James going to be leading in home runs, even though he's technically a bot. But as far as let's see, RBIs, I see Ruru is showing up in the top of the leaderboard, also leading in on base percentage as well. And then out of the prospects, also leading in batter war. See him in third, also leading it 11 hits ahead of everybody else, but Scotty Sterling showing up on the hits leaderboard. Let's see. I see Scotty Sterling with 7 stolen bases, but we did just add Aria Harper. It's going to be interesting to see. I think Harper got like 2 or 3 stolen bases in this sim alone, so we'll see if Harper catches up despite starting late. And then let's take a look at pitching. Man, pitching, none of the pitchers have been doing good. Our league leader, our prospect league leader is at a 4.31. So lots of offense in prospect league this season. But Luther McIntosh and I see Harris Rodriguez, Talion Solo up there on the list. Talion Solo leading prospect league in wins with 7. As far as saves go, I see catch up there with 4 saves so far. Take a look at pitcher war, see if we see anybody. It's Italian Solo top on the leaderboard for pitcher war. As far as strikeouts go, Harris Rodriguez, Bakugo, and McIntosh up there as well. I know people value R war better. McIntosh is on the lead second actually in R war, and then Harris Rodriguez is 4th. We do have some relievers, so I see Catch up there tied for the league lead in holds with 3. Cranepool not far behind with 2. But with that being said, I think we covered about everything on here tonight. Chadwick, any final thoughts as I get this sent over?
Yeah, no, another great night of Prospect League action. We had to introduce some new players who had some successful games. And yeah, I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight and to tune in Wednesday as we
Yes.
see what the final seedings are for the Prospect League playoffs.
Yes, thank you. Wednesday night is going to be when we will be streaming next for PBE. And as a wonderful co-host has mentioned, it is going to be the final 9 games of the regular season. We get to find out what the seedings are for Prospect League playoffs to be shown the following day on Thanksgiving at 1 p.m. Eastern. It looks like we're going to raid in Laptop Pound again, although he is doing a hockey. I know we have some hockey fans in chat.
Yeah.
Looks like he's doing an NHL podcast right now, from what it looks like. So I guess we'll raid on into Laptop Pound whenever, moment that this pushes on through. But absolutely loved chat tonight. Y'all keep this nice and fresh and fun, and I appreciate it. Appreciate all of you for hanging out with us tonight. Let's go raid on into fellow PBEer and also in my world, fellow OOTP affiliate, Laptop Hound. But with that being said, friends, take care of one another, stay out of trouble, do your homework, and enjoy the rest of your night. We'll see you all later.